What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the CoolFigurez channel. I'm your host, Jesse the Bat Madrigal, aka the Buff Collector, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Jazwares Spartan Collection Master Chief from Wave 3. But first, if you're new, then welcome. This channel is all about cool action figures, analyzing them, hunching them, taking pics of them, and of course, playing with them. I upload new content constantly throughout the week, so make sure you hit that bell icon so you stay notified when I do upload new videos. And if you guys do enjoy this video or any of the other ones that I put out, please remember to give them a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow, and it lets me know you guys are enjoying the content that I put out. And if you guys want to support the channel in any way, all I ask you guys watch my videos from start to finish, as well as going ahead and checking out those Amazon links down below. There you'll find all sorts of cool figures, as well as stuff associated with toy photography and so much more. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It is a very small goal of mine, trying to reach at least one new subscriber per new video that I put out. So please be my one new subscriber for this video. Thank you so much in advance. As always, the information on this channel is intended for adult collectors and not children. And before we get started, I just want to say thank you so much to this channel sponsor, VRare Store. Check them out for all your Funko Pop, anime, and Pokemon card needs. And of course, use code CoolFigurez at checkout for 10% off your order. VRare Store, check them out, guys. So with all that out of the way, we are once again going to be taking a look at the Jazwares Spartan Collection Wave 3 Master Chief. Now, I happen to have found this guy earlier this week in Target, and just tonight I happen to find the rest of the wave. So this is going to actually be a whole week on these guys, starting off with Master Chief himself, Master Chief. So with that being said, guys, we are going to be taking a look at this guy. Now, he has been released in every wave that Jazwares has done with this. Now, the first two Master Chiefs were identical. The only real difference was that the joints in the second wave was actually a little tighter than the ones in the first wave. So he was able to hold some poses a little better than the first wave, and his arms weren't so loose and whatnot. But in this wave, there are significant differences. He is a darker shade of green, he is significantly more weathered, and he also comes with this grapple launcher right there attached. So yeah, there are some major differences, so much so that I did not even need to bring the other two wave Master Chiefs here, because those two are identical, but this one, like I said, is a darker shade of green, a lot more weathering, and it has the grapple on his wrist. And in my opinion, guys, this is the best version they've released. I do like the clean version, but this dirty, weathered version is definitely my favorite. And I completely forgot, but right now that I'm thinking about it, I actually have the Jazwares Master Chief collection. Their, you know, when Halo 1 and their Halo Infinite bundle that they've released through GameStop on pre-order, and I'm super excited about that. But until that arrives, this is definitely my favorite version of Master Chief so far. So with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at all the accessories that this guy comes with. So first and foremost, like I said, on this Master Chief, he does come with his wrist gauntlet rope launcher right there. I'll be honest, guys, I have not really played Halo since Halo 4. But since I did grow up playing the Halo series, I do love these characters and these figures because they remind me of my childhood. And so I do have a connection to Halo, but I just have not continued to play Halo. So I'll be honest, I don't know if he can use this in the latest Halo and Halo 5, and you know, I really don't know. So maybe it's just an Infinite thing, and maybe we're all in the dark with it. So we'll find out together, hopefully. Or leave me a comment down below in the comments whether or not he's used this in Halo 5, or if this is an Infinite thing, you know, like a new thing in Infinite. Because not only does he come with it molded and sculpted onto his wrist right there, they also give you a separate wrist gauntlet right here, which is a bigger piece, which you can see right there. It clips onto his wrist, and this is where the, you know, basically gives you like the rope. It's not too long of a rope, but it's good enough. And so this little arrow right here does actually plug in to it. Whoop. It plugs in, but not too well. So it plugs in right there, but if you move it around, it does kind of fall out. But if you get it just right, it still falls out. So anyways, this is the wrist gauntlet. So basically all you would do is pull him forward, and basically this is what they want you to do with it. Look how bulky and in whatever it is. So yeah, that's basically all you would do. You put it on there, have it hold, and he can swing and whatnot. So yeah, that's cool. I mean, I'll probably never put this thing, let me see, on him again, but yeah, so I'll probably never put that on him again, but they do have it sculpted on his wrist right there. So if you don't want to use it, they're like, we got you, don't worry, you can't escape it. He's gonna have it on him. And it's also a way to differentiate between wave 1, 2, and 3 of Master Chief, despite him being all weathered up in a different shade of green here. So he does come with 5 alternate hands. He comes with a pair of open grip hands. Now, the paint details on these hands are very nicely done, but it's just, a little bit of green with the black on there. He does come with a pair of fisted hands to get down and, punch the shit out of the Covenant. And of course, he comes with a pair of gun gripping hands, or just gripping hands in this sense, because there's no trigger finger. Why did Jazwares get rid of the trigger finger on these guys? For some odd reason, they were like, these guys don't need a trigger finger. Characters from a first-person shooter game do not need a trigger finger. Are you fucking kidding me? For some odd reason, in Wave 2, they got rid of trigger fingers. Although I may have found a solution, which I will go over in a bit. Let's just go over the last hand. So the last hand he comes with is this one that he has on him right here. Let's go ahead and... there he goes. You can see it right there. It's kind of just like a move forward, or it could be like a salute, or just different stuff. So it's a multiple use, multiple function, multiple use hand. But yeah, guys, let's go ahead and pull this gun off real quick, because this is another accessory that it comes with. Obviously, he comes with one rifle. Usually these figures come with multiple weapons, but he comes with that grapple launcher, so he comes with this one rifle, which actually came with one of the previous Spartans in Wave 1. So it's not like a new gun or anything, but he does come with it, and it is still that soft, flimsy plastic. And what I've noticed from the other figures from this line, their guns are a lot thicker, but with this being a gun that was already used in Wave 1, I can see why it's still, a flimsy little gun. So yeah, so basically what I meant when I said I made a trigger finger is, what I did is, with this gripping hand, is I went ahead and got a straight razor. Once again, this is a channel for adults and not children, so if you are a child listening to this, do not do this without parental supervision or anything like that. You shouldn't even be on this channel. But what I did is I got a straight blade, a straight razor, and I just basically slit one of my Spartan's fingers apart from the rest. So I haven't done it yet with this Master Chief, but I happen to do it with one of the other Spartans that I got in this wave, because his gun that he came with had a trigger hole. And while some of these guns, they don't have trigger holes, kind of like this one, it's kind of just, slanted, so it kind of works if his hand's like this. It doesn't really matter. But when there's a trigger hole and the hand doesn't allow for the finger to go through, it looks really, really weird and very childish in my opinion. So I went ahead and just slit the index apart from the middle and used that, and was able to actually stick it in. So that's one fix that you can use on these figures. So with that being said, he does come with a few cool features, including the side pocket pouches right here, or pins, so you can pull them out, flip them over, and they'll be sticking out, so that way you can attach weapons to his hip. And he has one on his right hip and his left hip, as well as on his back, which is nice that they finally updated Master Chief's, because the other ones, they were always just sticking out. So now you have the option of whether you want to unplug it and have it, sticking out with the peg right there, or, well, let me show you. So you can plug it in with the peg sticking out, so that you can plug a weapon in. Right there, so that you can plug a weapon in, or you could just once again flip it around so that the plug is not sticking out. And I'm so happy they did that, because like I said, in the previous ones that was not an option. And in certain toy photography shots, when you were looking at his back, he just had this peg sticking out, which isn't bad, because obviously they hold their guns in their back, on their back, but In the game, it is magnetic, so it kind of throws off the illusion, in my opinion. So it's nice to know and have that option to be able to flip it. Yeah, it doesn't sit flush, but you know, it's still better than just having a random peg sticking out in his back. So with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and pull him forward and take a closer look at this guy. Like I said, he is a darker shade of green, as well as very more weathered than the first two releases. His right leg is a little loose. His right leg's a little loose. His left leg is fine, but all in all, very nicely done. I absolutely love all the weathering detailing that they put on this guy, especially compared to the first two waves, since those, like I said, they're exactly the same figures. So, you know, they have the exact same paint scheme and whatnot, paint applications. So this is a very nice breath of fresh air, and his elbows do articulate a lot better than previous versions, so that's really nice. Well, but with that being said, that segues us perfectly into looking at his articulation. So looking at his articulation, he can look all the way to the right, all the way to the left. You know what, guys, hold on, let me get a little closer so I can get a little more comfortable. Whoops, sorry guys. Alright, so he can look all the way to the right, all the way to the left. He can look down that much. Sit him down. He can look down that much. He can look up that much. No real head tilt or swivel at all. His arms go out that far, but then his shoulder pad kind of hinders it. You do get 360 rotation at the shoulder. You do get, I think you get rotation at the bicep. You do get rotation at the bicep right there. You get double hinge elbows, which, like I said, these are the best double hinge elbows on these figures in all the waves that have happened, that have come out. So I'm super happy that they finally figured out a way to get these double hinge elbows to actually work. So yeah, that's super happy about that. No real waist articulation. I tried moving him around when I got him out of the box, he literally just popped off the ball joint. So no waist articulation, no ab crunch forward or back. Looking at his leg articulation, Master Chief cannot unfortunately join the cheerleading squad because he's kind of awkwardly, like, one leg is more flexible than the others, oddly enough. But yeah, he does come with double hinge knees, but with it being like this brick little thing, this thick piece right here, you know, he only goes that far. Looking at his ankle articulation, let's pull him forward or up a little bit. His ankles go down that far, they go up that far. Ball rocker hinge, and of course toe articulation. So all in all, the articulation is pretty tight and good on this guy, so I absolutely love that, and it is much improved since wave 1 and 2. Like I said, those were essentially the same figure, just with a little tighter articulation points from wave 1 to 2, but other than that, everything else was the same from those waves. So this is definitely an improvement on this figure and this character, and I'm super excited to review the rest of them for you during this week. But before we get into that, let's check out some cool pics that I took of this guy, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video. If you enjoyed those pics, you can find the full images over on Instagram at CoolFigurez, and I do have a separate Instagram account for my more thought out, planned out, more edited pics called Epic Shots by CoolFigurez. Check it out. If you like what you see, leave me a follow there as well. And if you guys want to see the unboxing of this figure or any other toys I do reviews on for this channel, check me out on TikTok at CoolFigurez, because when I get a new toy, guys, I am like a child and I cannot wait to rip it open. So I don't wait to set up my YouTube studio, and I just record it and throw it up on TikTok real quick. So check me out at CoolFigurez. And once again, I just want to say thank you so much to this channel sponsor, VRare Store. Check them out for all your Funko Pop, anime, and Pokemon card needs. And of course, use code CoolFigurez at checkout for 10% off your order. VRare Store. And join me every Sunday for Coffee and Toys, a weekly toy news, toy talk podcast where we will talk all the latest and great toy news, toy hauls, and so much more. Hope to see you guys there. But with that being said, guys, if you did enjoy the video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. But whether or not you're a subscriber, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to listen to me talk about toys. I really do appreciate it. As always, I'm your host, Jesse the Bat Magical, aka the Buff Collector, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.